The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
Welcome to our final match of the night here in the Venus region. I am your streamer for tonight, G-Man, and we got a really interesting matchup here to close the night out. It's going to be number 8 seeded Bowtie looking to back up his regional finals run from the Jungle July, going up against number 13 seeded Andreas Allen, who was 0-4 going in, or 0-3 going into this tournament. Got the victory in the first round, then got his second win in the prior round to not only get to this point, but also secures his spot into D1 for next year. He's running on house money at this point, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of mentality he has going into this match. We'll take a look here at the bracket pod. Again, for the matchups that happened earlier today, we were able to stream both of them, and both were kind of interesting matches in how they broke down. We started off with the Battle of the World Champions with Yepes and Ashley going at it. Yepes had an early 4-1 lead going into game number 6, but Ashley was able to somehow find a way to get back into it and won that series 5-4. Ashley moves on to the round of 8, looking for her third Final Four and third finale. And for Yepes, potentially a major missed opportunity there. Could have cost him his spot to make Super League. We'll have to see how he fares when we get to the reveal show then. Then at 5:30 we had number 5 seeded Vapor take on number 8 William Brock in the Neptune region, and I mean this one was just a complete disaster for Vapor. Could not really find anything, and he even admitted in his post-game quotes just did not have the just did not come to the right mindset to play today, and William Brock was able to walk away with that one pretty convincingly, wins that 5-2, moves on to the round of 8 for I believe the first time this season. Brock looking to make that deep late season run to possibly sneak into Super League. We'll have to see if he can get the job done. And of course we have our final matchup for tonight, and it's going to be number 8 seeded Bowtie against number 13 seeded Allen. Again, looking at their paths here to this round, we talked about Allen, who was able to win that first round, was able to defeat, I believe, let me double check this just so I make sure I have this right. I was going to say Abian, but I'm saying that, and that sounds completely wrong. So let me get a fact check on that. No, he beat number 4 seeded Seth Cole in the first round, and then, of course, as you see on the graphic, was able to defeat Chomik 4-2 in the round 32, and then for Bowtie was able to defeat Edward Ziemba in the first round, then upset Tapir in the prior round. Bowtie continuing his momentum he's built from the Jungle July into this round, possibly looking to make another regional final and to keep the momentum flowing there and continue his run. So jumping into the stream, unfortunately, a late night game, so we don't really got a lot of people tonight, unfortunately, but we do have Brad here who will be our ref for tonight. Do appreciate him stepping in since we were kind of low on availability, but Brad will be our referee for tonight, and unfortunately our players are probably going to be muted as well. Alan can't join the VC, and then Bowtie is muted, so maybe a little slow on the questions, but we know how G-Man streams roll. We usually kind of just get right into the action, but Unfortunately, also co-comment only not really a co-commentator tonight. Just kind of got to run it solo, but not the first rodeo we've done with that. So we'll try my best to get as much of the action covered tonight. But I mean, jumping into the match, I mean, we'll just kind of start with this. Bowtie, I think you're going to type your answers out, but any expectations you have going tonight, especially with how dominant you've seemed to be in these both the Jungle July and now at this point you've rallied off. I believe now 5 wins now with a loss in between in the regional final against Nam in the Jungle July. So. What's the feeling like that you have a lot of good momentum on your side, and what are you looking to do to try to get the job done here tonight? Okay, I'm not really getting anything. Okay, there we go. I'll type the question for Alan while we wait. Alright, there's a question for Alan. We'll read it off for the stream. Alan, you made it to the point where you're locked in D1 for next year and essentially just riding out as long as you can. What's the mindset coming into this night? It says for the first time, relocation will not be on the mind. We'll see if Alan gives an answer to that, but again, with both players just typing it, will be some just kind of slow action in terms of the questions. Just going to be pretty much waiting for the answers through text. But again, we'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to just get the scoreboard ready here. So I'm kind of going to have to run a lot of this on my own, but yeah, both players typing out their answers to answers here. Bowtie's got his answer. Well, I'm hoping to have luck on my side for as long as possible, but if it ends here, oh well, I've had a good run. So, fair enough. That's definitely the mindset that will help Bowtie possibly get to the victory here, but that's what he's going to go with tonight, and we'll see if it works out. Again, just waiting for Alan's response to the question, and then we'll likely be able to get going. I mean, if he is. But do you think I might lose this one? The coin's going to land on tails for me sooner or later. All right. Just going to give a little nudge here. There we go. Just in case I didn't see it, but. Yeah, I mean, those are the comments from Bowtie here. We're getting comments here from Alan in a second, so we'll see what he has to say here. But once we get this, we'll be ready to get things going here for game number 1. Bittersweet. This is my last tournament before I move to Delaware sometime next month. Just want to enjoy and have fun playing Uno. Not sure what to expect. Wish Ty best of luck. All right, fair enough. That being said, Brad, feel free to get things going here on the ref side, and since Bowtie is the lower seed, he will have the call for game 1, but ref Brad's going to get things going with us tonight on the bot. So. Yep. All right, best of 9, 1 power play. Rules we have been accustomed to for a while now in this round, and yep, 2 2 2 1. That'll be the way we go. So now we're really going to be curious to see what the initial card start here is going to be for game 1. Bowtie's going to have the call. And we're going to start with 8 here, so 8 card start for game number 1. So 1 up from the OG start, and we'll be ready to get things going here. Yeah, game number 1's underway, and it's ironically starts with a blue 8 here, so we got a bit of the retro action there. Possession arrow should be towards Bo, not Alan. And Bowtie's going to start us off with a 1-up this time, goes with the blue 9. Again, there, you notice the custom cards we do have with this bot. Probably has been talked about to death in these streams, but always like pointing them out. And then we're going to get a quick switch here from Alan to start things off. Going to switch to the L9. Looking for possibly a different change of pace on the color early. Didn't really like the blue possibly, or maybe just has something later in store. Bowtie's going to be fine with running the yellow. Goes down to the yellow 3. Does a little bit of square rooting there. What's the response of Alan? He's going to do a double there. +2 into the yellow 6. So Bowtie gets 2 more cards thrown onto through his deck. And tries to play double yellow 2. Going to get 1. That may have been a copy paste. Now I'm just going to keep running yellow here. I mean, this was the switch he wanted, so working out for him so far. Bowtie's just giving it to him. And Bowtie's going to have enough of the yellow. Going to go to red. So only color we're missing here is green, and Alan's not going to have anything on red, so that's good for Bowtie. Able to find a weak color early. And just running on the reds here. Alan not really able to find anything. Will he find something right here, though? Is typing a bit. He's going to have the reverse, so he's going to be able to get the reverse chain, get out, and goes into the blue. So right back where we kind of started in a way, but getting table check for the fans here. That's where it is. Alan's going to draw here, so that switch to the blue may not have worked out. It's just going to depend on what Bo does here, but maybe it did. So Bo's going to draw now. Now we might have a draw city going, but he's going to get a blue 3 off the draw. Another one. All right. Another green 3. And now we got the switch to green, so a little bit of Pandora's there. Bowtie taking a second to think about this. May or may not have a play here. He has the +4, so uses the +4, goes into red. And now +2 coming in. Big run here. Gets down there, plays the red 4. A quick switch to the blue 4, good play by Alan. We'll see if Bo's able to do that. Nothing, he cannot, so good play from Alan. That could be a likely stall in the way, but no, he's going to have the efficiency to go onto the green. But that's going to free up Bowtie a little bit. What does Alan have on this green to possibly stop Bowtie? Well, green 5. We'll see if Bowtie can play it. And he cannot. So it's another draw from Bowtie, kind of in no man's land right now. And Alan kind of just taking control of the pace of the game there. Does another double. Another draw from Bowtie. And another green 9. So, I mean, Alan's just able to run these greens here right now. And Bo's going to get the switch to the red 9. What's Alan going to do here? It's going to have the crossover to the yellow. So able to work with that. Another draw, and Alan looking for the finish. And he's got it. So Alan's going to go up 1-0. So good stuff to Alan there. Able to win that despite not getting any of the wilds. So able to block it and do a good job with that. So Alan goes up 1-0. 4 minutes 24 seconds. I mean, if we look at the timer, I mean, I pretty much got that spot on. So Yeah. I mean, again, I'm gonna have to probably type out most of these questions here, so uh, forgive me if there is some pauses, but I will start with Bowtie since he's in the VC. It seemed like a bit of a rough game after you got the switches on. Couldn't really find it, and then once Alan kind of took control, you were kind of along for the ride. Any thoughts on how that one went, and anything you might have learned for that to adjust for game two? Try to avoid taking risks, which just end up putting you in uncomfortable positions. I mean, unfortunately, that does happen sometimes, but and then goes over to Alan here. That's the question for him. We'll see. He's got the answer, but not necessarily the start Bo was looking for. But these game ones don't always tell the whole tale. Sometimes you have a little bit of weak start, then the person who lost game one kind of just gets on a roll. So it's more of a feeler game in a way. It's really when you get into these deeper games, game two, three, even four, it's where you really start to paint the picture. Yeah, getting Alan's comments here. Feeling good, hard to say, just stay patient, that's it. All right, so short and sweet, that's all it is. And that we'll go to game number two here, and we'll see what the call is for Bowtie. Goes 11, so trying to go a little bit higher this time, see if he can find something better. And we start on the Aria green one. So a bit of a different start than the prior game, but we'll see what Bowtie's going to be able to do on this one. Goes up to the G6. Will Alan have the immediate switch like he did in game one, or is he going to run green? He's going to run green, going to go with the green 4. And one down this time from Bowtie for the green 3. So running green early. Just see how long we do this though. There it is. There's the switch. Alan on the second turn is going to switch it, and now we go to a blue 3. And Bowtie's going to run it, blue 9. So not too much issue with that. Now one down for the blue 8. Now goes the blue 2. So now we're just kind of running blue right now. Not really any separation caused so far. Just kind of running the cards. That's really all they're doing right now. And big run here. There's the first run, and we got the 3-card switch, and we go into the green 5, and Alan's going to draw on the green, so ran out of green there. Can Bowtie run it though? He could switch it. He could switch it into the red 5, so good play there. Alan not really able to play the green. Bowtie may have discarded his last green there and was able to get away with it, but gets slapped in the face on the red switch. +2, 3-card run, and we get laid down to a red 3, so gonna have to be 2 more cards thrown in there, and there's the score right now, so I kind of just reset it in a way. But Bowtie's gonna fight back, gonna kind of negate the +2, and goes down, and Alan has nothing on the red here. And neither does Bowtie. Creates some separation, but doesn't have anything on the red to be able to finish this off. And we kind of just enter a draw city here. Alan with the type. It's going to have the reverse, and this is the second time where he was drawing and then gets a run to exit the color. So that this time it's a 4-card run, and we go to yellow, yellow 6. And I believe that was the same one that we had in the prior game. It landed on something. Maybe I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's around what color it was in the last game. Maybe not, but Bowtie's gonna switch to the green though, but then Alan's gonna have the double yellow 6, the cover. Does Bowtie only have any greens that he left over, or yellows, I mean? And he does. He has the yellow 8. Alan's at Uno on yellow. What will Bowtie do? Plays the yellow 1, banks on no yellow. And he is going to have the yellow finish off, yellow 3, so quick 2-0 there. And no wilds in that game either, so kind of playing it clean there. Alan is getting a lot of reverses, though, but besides that, most of these categories kind of relatively even in a way, but Alan kind of getting the advantage on the reverses. Yeah, so Bowtie felt like he was being risky with letting the Uno go, but Alan up 2-0 quickly. So, I mean, Bowtie, any thoughts on that one? Was there possibly something else you could have done there, or were you just kind of along for the ride? If you hadn't had a yellow there, would have won. Ooh, he had a +4 and he didn't use it. Oh man. +4 may have been to a different color though. Maybe that's why he held on it, but yeah, possible misplay there. So it's 2-0. It's 2-0 right now. I forgot to stop the clock, but it's all right. There we go. So Bowtie did have a +4 that he didn't use, although based off the way that was played, I feel like that may have been a plus. It may have been one yellow and a different color possibly. So one for a risk, and it just did not pay off. But Alan just up early, kind of just been able to run the colors he needs. Kind of gets in those straw cities, but is able to find a way out of them. So interesting start here. Let's begin this one. Just play the game really. Ty's a decent player. That's all I gotta say. Save a red reverse. Guess it worked. All right. So that said, we're going to game 3 here, and Alan's gonna have the call this time as he's up 2-0. Just can't pick 8 or 11. I believe Brad will get going on the call here. Alright, goes low, interesting. So decides to go a little bit lower. Kind of taking a risk on the roulette wheel here. We are going to start on the blue 3. Now 7's the OG, but anything that you go below OG, you're really kind of just taking a risk here. So Bowtie does not realize it is not his turn here, so does a bit of an early play. We'll see if that costs him. Might be all out of sorts right now. Does that possibly change Alan's play? And it might have. Now he switches to yellow, and now Bowtie has a straight blue. So not the best play there from Alan, but might be getting bailed here unless Alan wants something else with this. Gonna go with red 6. Okay, interesting. So leaves the red 6. Maybe Alan was looking for something different there, and draws, and red skip red 9. So Bowtie kind of just going on a roll here, and then draws. So I'm curious on that though, because I feel like unless that was some sort of trick play, leaves that potential blue 6 open. It's usually not really a great idea. There's sometimes some mind games you could play with it, but usually you're running too risky of a game with that, so I don't know. Unless that blue 6 is a phantom card, but Alan's going to play the 6 here. Do we get the blue 6 switch, though? And there it is. There's the blue 6. I'm wondering if maybe Alan was thinking it was going to come earlier, but that might have, yeah, it probably was. There it is, a huge plus 6, plus 6 right there. I think he was waiting for the blue there, and it didn't happen, but kind of snipes that there. Gotay says he does not like this. Is taking a second to figure out what he wants to do next, and he plays the plus 4, so does have the plus 4, and he is going to switch it to the yellow. So kind of negates a potential run there, and I mean that's another double from Alan. Minimizing the cards down there. Goes now Bowtie goes to the yellow 7. Just kind of keeps running the yellow. We'll see what Alan does. Just goes for the yellow 1. And Bowtie's going to keep running yellow. Now the yellow 0. So just Alan's just been able to run it on yellow despite the switch the red. And now switch the green now on the 0. Bit of a risky play here. And then crossover again to the on the red. Oh my goodness, this is another crossover Alan's been able to get on this. Does Bo have anything? Okay, well, red reverse and then a red 4, I believe. Oh man. Oh man. This is interesting play here because Bo's didn't go through, and Alan might have preemptively played the card, so that might completely change what Bo does unless he doesn't have anything. So potential mistakes here, which is not what you want to see. It's still Bo's turn. Well, he doesn't have anything else apparently. Just separate it. There you go. But yeah, it looks like he didn't seem to have anything else, and Alan probably ending it here, unless he doesn't, which that would be interesting. Weird game 3 here, but no, he doesn't have anything. That was a very weird sequence. But game's still alive here. Now Alan just keeps drawing back. I don't really have any words for what happened there because Alan played a red 2 that he didn't have. Apparently that was supposed to be a call out, and then doesn't have anything, and now Bowtie draws the plus 4, and now we kind of just reset the game pretty much. So that was a very weird sequence of events. Goes in the blue, throws a plus 2 down into the blue 9. I mean, another thing interesting about this bot is technically table checks, or you don't have to type them out. You could just click the button and you get your own private table check. So that's what I've been trying to do for the audience at home, but don't really know how much the players are checking the table or not. But we are running the blue again. And he doesn't call it out, or he does call it out. Bowtie didn't call Uno, and that could be a big mistake especially if Bowtie had the finish. And that's where you see sometimes the sneak attacks kind of do and don't work. It doesn't look like he had anything anyway, so it may not have worked out. But yeah, another draw city on the blues here. This is there's been some mistakes here from Bowtie that he doesn't really need to be making, especially down 2-0. But game is still alive and well right now, especially with Alan still drawing on these blues. Yeah, Bowtie draws. He did have a bit of a reprieve there, but not really able to do much. I thought I hit the table there, but I guess not. There we go. Yeah, I mean, the straw seat keeps going, but Bowtie's going to switch to the green here, so now going off green. This has been the longest game of the series so far, by far. First game only being 4:24, and then second game being 3:25. Current game time is is around 625 or about something like that. And Alan draws on the green. Interesting. So Alan might be on 2-color, or maybe doing an absurd amount of saving. But Bowtie played the green 6. There's a play from Alan. Bowtie's just going to go up to the 9. I'm wondering if this could be a save from Alan, or if he just straight up doesn't have anything. He's on 2-color. There's the wild red. So Bowtie, that's I believe the second time he's played a wild red this series. And that's Uno. What does Alan have to potentially stop this? He has to switch to the green, so that's where I was thinking maybe some of the holds. And it's going to be a good switch as Bowtie's got nothing. I think maybe Alan starts the run here. He's doing a lot of holds, which is kind of interesting. Green 2. Nothing from Bowtie still. Do we have a potential run here with skips or reverses? I mean, Alan has kind of been dominant on the reverses so far, but it's going to get skips, and that's another 3-card switch here. We've seen that a lot. We've seen that a lot, and Alan's going to do that again. And Bowtie's got nothing on yellow here, so. And this is the thing. This is how game 1 ended, where Alan just kind of starts drawing, and then a quick switch takes control of the game. But maybe not the same result as he was hoping, because he's going to have to draw. And then we get another switch back to the green. We are going back to this green here, and it's going to force a lot of stalls. That's a draw. Does Bowtie have something? No, he does not. That's just going to force a guaranteed stall on his side. Alan's got the 7 here, so probably not saving this time. And Bowtie's going to have the switch here. That may be what Alan wanted. Alan has nothing on the blue. This has been some interesting draws from Alan, to say the least. Doesn't seem to have some path to the finish. And Bowtie draws as well. What on earth do both these players even have? So there was draw on the red, draw on the yellow, and then draw on the yellow and then draw on the green. It'd have to be red, surely. Alan has a double play there, but not really able to capitalize much on it. I mean, both players have to have red, surely, because they've drawn on all the 3 other colors. They've drawn on yellow, they've drawn on green, and they've drawn on blue. So this is looking like a 1-color game here, which is very strange. Another switch to green here, but this is not going to be a very prolonged life on it. Both able to draw green on this one, but we're making a stop the red at some point before this game ends, surely. The green 5, I mean, possibly not a switch. We didn't see a switch on it earlier. Up to 9 minutes now. Bowtie needing to find this win here, try to get himself back into it. And he does the +4 and then calls Uno, so down to Uno. It's another +4. We'll see what Alan does. And he has a +2 on the red, so gonna be curious if he had that or if that was just something he drew, but may not matter anyways because Bowtie's gonna draw. May have been looking for a switch there instead. Red 8 draws and another draw, so really not able to find much there. Now switch to the green. Plays under green 6. Now cross over to the yellow. And Alan's going to draw here, but can Bowtie play it? He can, so plays the yellow 4. Alan's going to keep drawing. And going to keep going down by 2s here. That's going to cause a switch to green. It very weird game 3 so far. Not really what I expected. And Alan's going to power play, so Alan uses his power play. He's got no more left, and this might be a game. This might be the game here. Has the blue 8, and I would feel like, yeah, that's going to be it. So wraps that one up, 10 minutes, 53 seconds. And Alan's going to go up 3-0, but he does use the power play there to close that one out. I mean, this is some interesting stats here on the gameplay because it's 3-0 Alan right now. Alan's been dominating the reverses, but it's 4-1 on the +4s. But then Alan also is 6-1 on the +2, so this has been a very lopsided game in terms of specific decks. The only real even place has been the skips, but kind of getting a bit lopsided on all the metrics here, which is kind of strange. But yeah, I mean, this has not been a great start for Bo. Goes down 3-0. But I mean, Bo, that was definitely the longest game so far. I wasn't really able to get the victory here, but is there something you may have found from that game that you could maybe use to try to make this comeback? Not sure. I'm going to repeat the question for Bo. Maybe down 3-0, but that was the longest game so far. Is there anything that you may have found? Thinks it's over, so yeah, maybe mentality is not there. um, Yeah, I mean, there's a question. Alan through 3-0, looking good so far. Been polarized game in terms of cards. How is he able to manage with what you got? And I mean, we look at the stats here so far, because Bowtie seems to be getting to be pretty dominant on the wilds. Combine the wild and wild plus force, it's 6-1. But then you kind of look at the non-wilds here, the plus twos and reverses, 7-1 on the reverses, and then 6-1 on the plus twos. The only real even ground right now is the skips. So Bot's kind of been playing with this pretty polarizing in terms of what players get. Not really been many big runs for the most part, and I mean, it's because it's just interesting because most of the time, most of these draws are the amount of draws these players are getting is sort of even. You kind of have those draw cities, but then when in terms of what you're actually playing, it's been very, very polarizing. So, um, kind of interesting to see how this is all played out. But this has not been a very run-heavy game. This has been more just getting the number placements and whatnot. Not really sure. I haven't got any crazy ammo. Just playing the cards, really trying to learn a tie place. Also, a decent player. So, uh, yeah. With that said, we'll jump into game number 4 here. We'll see what Alan goes with. 8 and 11 were previously barred from him, and now we could throw on to 6. Throw that 6 onto the deck there. So, we'll see what he goes with this time. All right. Make sure the stream health is good. Yes, it is. And it goes 7. So Brad will get that updated, and we'll be ready to go for game number 4. There we go. And we start with the Yoshi reverse here, so that's the first special card start we've had. Gotta remember also with this, Alan used his power play in the last game, so he's running with that without that the rest of the match. Bowtie still has his. Could maybe use it in some way to find himself back in, but I mean 3-0, not really a great score line to look at, but we did see earlier today Ashley come back from being down 4-1, so nothing's out of the cards yet, but gonna get a quick switch into the green here. Play a little bit of yellow, but then goes into the green. And Alan actually drew on the yellow. I didn't actually see that before. So very interesting start. And that's another slap on the green. That's another +2 from Alan. Alan has been getting a lot of these +2s, and that's really kind of disrupted Bo and what he's wanting. So not really getting very fortunate with that, but Bo's just got to figure out a different way to get the job done here because Alan seems to have a +2 at every corner to stop him. Now we're just kind of running the greens here. I think it's actually tied up actually due to the initial draws. Good, not just about, but well, not anymore. But Bowtie with the lead now. Alan's got the draw on the green. Can Bowtie play it though? He can switch it. So going to blue. Only missing the red right now though. So not quite Pandora's. We run the blue. Bowtie's down to 3. Can he get the job done here in this game? Would be a quick finish. Alan goes back up to the blue 7. And Bowtie's ran out on blue, so he cannot finish it. And again, Bowtie's been getting close down. 3, 2, 1. Not many cards left, and just not able to quite finish it. So really, really struggling to try to find something here, but is able to get a switch there. So gets out of the blue, goes into the yellow. Still no red, but how long can this yellow be ran? That's really the question. We knew Alan was drawing on this before, and he's going to keep drawing on it. So still a weak color for Alan. I don't know how much of a hold he really is at this point. And Bowtie's got nothing on yellow either, so more of a desperation switch. And still got nothing. Alan draws the yellow 9. Does he get a switch off this one? No, he does not, so got to draw City going here. Had a few of these in this game so far. I guess the match in general, not necessarily the game, but this has been one of the weirder matches in general. I mean, Allen up to a 3-0 lead. That game 3, bunch of weird stuff happening in the middle of it. We do get a switch to the blue, so Bowtie's going to draw here again. Can Allen run the blue this time? No, he cannot. So this has become a 2-color game here essentially. So really, really weird how this is all playing out. Kind of getting limited on the colors here. It just feels like both players are kind of playing on the same colors at this point. I am curious what both these decks end up looking like. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of drawing up here, and that's another draw from Bowtie. Alan is going to have the lead for now, but not really much you can do with it. You're just going to keep drawing back. I guess a blue reverse. Is Bowtie able to connect this, or is this going to be a draw? It is going to be connection. It's going to be the three card switch here. And now we go to red. That's the one we were missing. So Pandora's is open. Floodgates are going to be going here for the runs here. And we'll see how long we run this red here. I feel like we could run this for a while. And both players kind of going quickly on this one. And Alan's going to go for a stall here. This may well be a KT Classic. Or maybe he has some sort of run out of the blue. Maybe he had a stray blue he's wanting to get rid of. He is typing this up. And he has a +2 into a draw, so not necessarily a KT Classic per se, but a weird play that does get rid of a stray. But now he's kind of stuck on a blue, and he's left the +2 open. And Bowtie has a +2 also. He plays it, and then he draws also. Wow, I'm surprised by that, but Alan gets the blue 8. Bowtie switches to the green. Now we're probably out of the blue for a while. And I'm just surprised by how this has gone. This has been a lot of weird plays so far. Some of them not necessarily bad, but some of them kind of head scratching. And Alan's gonna cross over to the red, so that's another crossover from Alan. He's been doing that a lot this game. We'll see if Bowtie is able to capitalize on it, and he is going to be able to do that. Going to have the red reverse into a red 9. So doubles up there. Red 1 from Alan. There's another table check for you. And Bowtie draws on the red 1, so not able to capitalize on it. Alan takes the lead there on the self ditto. No true dittos so far in this match though, which has kind of been interesting. We usually see one by this point, but haven't really had one. Bowtie's going to just continue the draw. Does Alan have a switch here? No, he does not. He draws as well, so just hit 6 minutes, and we are in another draw city. I mean, this is some of this late night MR Uno action, kind of like Thursday night football. And I'm not even going to say except because it's pretty much that, except on a Saturday, I guess. I guess that's the only caveat. But Alan plays the red 7. Bowtie's going to switch it into the green. Does Alan have another crossover? No, he does not. He's going to play the green 5, and Bowtie's going to go 2 down, just kind of going 2 down on these ones. And Alan's going to go 6 up. Goes with the green 9. And now we just kind of run green, and now we have a crossover to blue, so this place is getting a little bit higher here. We just got out of the draw state, and now both are ready to go, and now, oh man, double green 9 to cross that over. And Bowtie has the hold on the green 0, so not out of it yet. I don't think we've had I was just about to say, I don't think we had a single +4 played, but Alan just goes and plays the +4, so that's gonna be it for game 4. It's 4-0 here, so not really what Bowtie needs here. Alan looking to cruise into his first regional final, and Bowtie looking to possibly have his season come to an end. I mean, Bowtie, this has been a very rough game so far. I don't really have much to add here. Just seems like you haven't really been able to get the plays in that you need to get the job done, but any thoughts on what you might be able to do to at least get one back in game 5 and maybe go from there? All right. There's a question for Alan. We'll see if Bowtie gives a response here, or if he's just going to try to lock in for game 5. I mean, this has not been really what Bowtie needs at all, but just kind of how this goes sometimes. It's not really been the best game for Bo. Alan's just kind of been, yeah, no, it's best of 9, so not over yet. You could still make the reverse sweep. Okay, well, I mean, Brad, just wait on that one for a second. I mean, Bowtie, any thoughts on what you might be able to do to at least get game 5 and maybe go from there? Okay, I thought, okay, well, all right, well, there's game 5. I thought we were gonna get Alan's answer here, but guess we had a little bit on that. But game 5 here is Bo's call, and we are gonna get things going here. I'll read this here quickly. I made 5 mistakes that last game. Shouldn't have won that. We'll take it. Just have to see the cards really getting comfortable now. So yeah, Alan's just kind of rolling with it. Maybe a different philosophy here. Bowtie, I don't know. Got to pay attention to the table though and see if I can use my power play to avoid getting completely swept. All right. So Bowtie has home field. Started with 15, and we start with the blue 5 for game number 5. Bowtie's going to have to win in a reverse sweep if he wants to get the job done to make the regional final for a second straight time. But it is not looking very good right now. So, but maybe if Bowtie can find something in this game 5 here, maybe could strike a potential comeback. And Alan's going to do a quick switch into the green. So, trying to play a bit of a disruptor early. But with 15 cards, you're not really going to see a lot of draws for a bit. So might just have time to just kind of play it out for a while. Squares it, goes to the green 4. And that's light switching from Alan here. Might be trying something a little different here. I mean, Alan has some breathing room. So, I mean, even if he loses this game, it's not the end of the world because he's just got to win one of these next 5 games and he's into the round of 8. And, I mean, it goes to 1 down, red 3. And it's just another light switch from Alan. Alan's doing some Yepes strats here. With, I believe, the man himself in the VC. So, Trias, what his input is on there. I think he's talking in the Watch Party VC. I can maybe grab a comment or two from that. Not much there. I mean, yeah, Alan's just kind of going on a light switch attack here. That's all Alan's really done so far, just doing a bunch of switches here. Again, just kind of playing it loose here. Might be just trying to do a switch every time. Could see another one here, just which color will it be? No, we don't. That's going to end the light switch spree, and we play with the blue 0. Goes to the blue 5. I mean, you gotta wonder if Alan's going to try the light switches when he can, but Played the blue 0 there, so I might just settle in on blue, but could also just get another switch. Is typing one up here. Maybe a run incoming potentially. No, he's just gonna play the blue 2. So, and I think, I mean, after the lights switching to start off, things have cooled down a little bit. And Bowtie's gonna play red wild here, maybe looking to shift the momentum. And Alan's gonna draw on the red, so might not have anything there, but also might just be saving. Don't really know with Alan, but Bowtie's gonna play the red 8, and there it is, light switch. Alan's gonna go with the green 8, so foils that one, but we'll see if Bowtie maybe has the crossover on the red 8. He's gonna have the ditto on the green 8, so first ditto of the game. And now we just run green. Another ditto, so back-to-back dittos. We went the entire match without any dittos. Now we get 2 back-to-back. Alan goes up 2 with the green 7. Bowtie green 6. I mean, this has been a good run from Bowtie so far. This might be what he needs to get the game win here. And Alan's gonna do a color switch that's a little risky. Goes to the yellow. Bit of a risky play there from Alan. Alan's got the yellow 5, so down to 2. Plays the 1. Can Bowtie get on the board here? No, he cannot. He draws on the yellow. Might have been looking for a switch there, but couldn't get it. And Alan's going to do double yellow 1, and he draws a yellow 7. Does that possibly foil what Alan was going for? Maybe not. Maybe just ends the game. And that's going to do it. Wow. 5-0 sweep, and I really don't have anything to say on that one. Oh yeah, he ended on his own card. That is brutal. Let me look at the stats here. I mean, Bowtie was getting more on the wilds +4s. I think the real killer here was the +2s. Alan getting 8 compared to Bowtie's 2, and I mean, at that point, really just kind of those +2s absolutely were destroying what Bowtie was going for, and really wasn't able to do much there. So 5-0 sweep from Alan. KT, I believe, is asleep right now, but he'll likely be pleased with the result. Alan goes up to 3-0. And yeah, I mean, Alan just, I think for the most part, Alan played that clean, had the +2s when he needed to kind of disrupt what Bo was going for, and just kind of able to run it. I mean, not really a heavy run game per se. Were a few card runs at times. You did see the 3 card switch at points, but not really much to add on about. I mean, Bowtie going to you. Obviously not the way you want to have this end. You do get the win on Tapir, so maybe you have a slight chance to make Super League, but not looking great right now. But if this is the end, any thoughts on how this season went and anything you took away from it in general? Definitely an improvement of the season overall. And Alan's going to post his hand here. I mean, you only see the 2 reverses, so pretty straight game for the most part. I mean, we only saw 1 wild there in general, so not really much on the power cards per se. Maybe a skip or 2, but just kind of waiting on Bowtie to give his answer to the question, unless he needs to repeat it. But I mean, that's a rough one. That's a rough way to end that one. Ton of shared ammo is basically no. I mean, blue skip and then the wild there, but yeah, I mean that was a pretty straight game, all things considered. So Alan's just able to get the best of Bo there. But I mean, Bowtie, I'll repeat the question again. Probably not the way you want to end it. Maybe still a chance to make Super League with a Tapir win, but not looking great. Any takeaways from this season overall, especially with how much of an improvement it was from last year? I mean, I think last year you were technically only in like 1 tournament, so you kind of barely played there, but in a way, kind of your first full season there. But any takeaways from that? We're both tight here. Glad I made it this far. I think I've been improving over time in the Super League, but this game is just not the best example of that. Lol. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunate way to end the season. No one really likes the sweep. Uh, Seriously embarrassing series for me. Not a fact I was swept. In fact, I felt helpless near every point in the game, every series. Glad I made it this far, but damn, it sucks to go out in the series. So I wish Alan the best of luck throughout the rest of the tournament. That's your quote for the post game write up. If you could just clarify that in general. We'll get a answer here from Alan and probably his post game quote for the write up as well. K2 will probably get on that in the morning, but yeah, 5-0 sweep for late night Uno. Not necessarily the best showcase per se, but sometimes that's just going to happen in the game of Uno. Alan's going to move on to the round of 8 here. We'll take a quick look at the bracket here as we wait for the response. So Alan's going to move on, 13 seed. I mean, the Venus region for the most part has just been a region of opportunity for the most part because all the top seeds are gone. We'll have on Tuesday to determine Alan's opponent in the round in the Eclipse 8, and that's going to be either Toaster Guy, who I think still has a really good chance to make Super League, going up against Carson, who's kind of been middling in the mid pack all season long. So possibly a big opportunity there to get a big win there. But wonder if that's going to face Alan in the Eclipse 8, and we will have potentially is a new person in the Final Four. Toaster Guy could make his second Final Four, but so not a ton of experience in the Final Four per se. Toaster Guy was out in the Final Four in the May Masquerade, and that was his big breakout tournament. So maybe looking for another Final Four there, possibly to make Super League. At this point, though, it's really just making it as far as you can in this region because there's not really a lot of quality wins left in the pod. So really just at this point, looking to make it as far as you can. Again, just still waiting on Alan's response here. I'd probably ask my co-commentator thoughts on the game, but unfortunately I've kind of been riding the ship solo. But there we go. Here's Alan's. My thoughts, I have no idea. Going to be emotional regardless. Leaving Virginia behind soon. It's been very sweet to beat Bo, who also Virginia from what Caesar told me. Not sure taking things one game at a time. And then he'll give a quote soon, which that's all good. Yeah, but I mean, Alan, if you don't know, Alan is going from Virginia to Delaware, so a bit of a state swap there. Going to be technically the second player in league history from Delaware. The first one was D2 player in Brendan, who kind of just went MIA after Tournament 2, but randomly came back towards the end of Tournament 4, and then just kind of has been in limbo. Not really sure what the case is for that, but we know Alan will be active next year, so we will have a Delaware player there. Probably expanding to 35 states with an active player in the league overall for next season, which is pretty cool. Only got 15 states we're missing. So again, if you're a player from Alaska or Hawaii or for some reason, I don't know how we don't have a player from this, from Maryland, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a player. If you're watching this and you're from one of those states, feel free to come on down to MRE Uno, check us out. Would love to get at some point have an active player from all 50 states. Would be really quite the spectacle. We have I believe 23, 24 countries represented as well, including the United States. So very internationally diverse league, basically a world championship at this point. So if you're watching from anywhere in the world, but especially the countries and states that we don't technically have a player yet from, feel free to join the league and bring your best effort to try and win the season. But with that being said, on behalf of everyone who joined us for MRE Uno late tonight, thank you all so much for watching. That's going to be it for us. We'll be back tomorrow with some more MRE Uno action. Let me just pull up the schedule here so I can just read off some of the matches that'll be happening. All right, so we have a doubleheader here tomorrow. It's going to be number 1 seeded Tago against number 12 seeded Radin in the Mars region. That'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some more late night Uno. It's going to be number 2 seeded Jesse Turner going up against number 3 seeded Charles Sanford in the Neptune region. A rematch from the March Madness this season, where Jesse Turner was the one who walked away with the victory 5-4. I believe lifetime series count, and that one is 1-1. So bit of a rubber match there, and could have some major implications for Super League. Sanford on the bubble, looking to make his way in after being a participant last year. Not the spot he was expecting to be in this year, so that could be a very, very important match for him. And Justin Turner still in the hunt to possibly get a bye, so both have a lot to play for in that matchup. It will be a very exciting one. You do not want to miss that one. But that being said, on behalf of Brad, my referee, and everyone else who came in tuned in tonight, thank you all so much for watching this MRE Uno broadcast. We will catch you all tomorrow for some more MRE Uno action. Until then, good.